Well, hello and welcome. This is a beginner's guide to starting a YouTube channel. And the focus is not just starting a channel. That's what so many YouTubers do, but creating something that's truly successful. The ability to be able to make money through advertising, through the AdSense program, the ability to set up brand deals, to work with companies. For example, I was contacted by TubeBuddy. I'm a brand ambassador for TubeBuddy. I work with them, and I also work with another company called Morning Fame. Based on a very small channel, you don't have to have a huge channel to make serious money. You can make money with affiliate sales, you can get clients, you can create your own products and sell those, and it really focuses on the ability to craft a channel that attracts the right kind of people. Here you can see being able to make a good amount of money with Super Chat. So what we're really going to talk about today is how to set up a channel that drives views week after week, month after month, and so on. In fact, here you can see I've searched for Apple branding, and one of the videos that ranks in the top 10 has been in the top 10 for over 10 years and has driven over 24,000 views. Incredible. Currently, at the time of this recording, my channel is actually gaining well over 2,000 subscribers a month, and my channel is driving about 120 or so thousand views per month. And that's pretty good for a channel that is just 2 years old. The first thing we've really got to consider when creating a successful channel, this is so important. It's interesting, I talk about this all the time, and it's the thing that most people who are getting started, they just don't understand. And that is that you've got to create videos that keep viewers watching. That is the key. It's not based on the tags or a great description or a clickbaity thumbnail. Those things can kind of help if you've got a video that viewers keep watching. What we want to do is really focus on those engaging videos. We've started adjusting the rankings of videos in YouTube search to reward engaging videos that keep viewers watching. And here's what's up. It's all relative. You can actually measure how long viewers are watching your videos inside the YouTube analytics. Here you can see I've scrolled to audience retention, and then I've selected relative audience retention. And that's Olive with me, by the way. Relative audience retention is a measurement of how well your video does in keeping viewers watching compared to other videos of a similar length. So here you can see my video is keeping viewers and the rating is high. This is what the YouTube Creator Academy says about creating a successful channel. Instead of worrying about what the algorithm likes, it's better to focus on what your audience likes instead. So focus on what an audience of viewers like. If you do that, people will watch and the algorithm will follow. This is what a Google engineer who works on the algorithm, the YouTube platform, had to say about success. As an example, consider the user's past history with the channel that uploaded the video being scored. How many videos has the user watched from the channel? When was the last time the viewer watched a video on this topic? So it's very important when someone accesses your video. Well, YouTube is taking note, and YouTube wants to know how many of those people come back to your channel. It's really about the users on YouTube and how they interact with your channel as well as with your individual videos. One of the greatest ways to jumpstart your channel is to really understand how to leverage relevance. I talk about this a lot, and we'll cover that in this presentation as well. But first, we got to talk about making videos. And if you're nervous about getting in front of a camera, if you're nervous about people judging you, well, there are a few things I want to share. First of all, there are some essentials. You want your videos to be good enough. The audio should be good enough. The video quality has to be good enough, and it's so important that your videos are engaging. That's what you've got to strive for. And furthermore, it's really important that you understand who you're trying to attract. What's not essential is an expensive camera or expensive lighting. You don't have to be on camera, but you do have to create a voiceover. Lately, I've seen these videos with like the computer generated voice. Man, that is not going to cut it today on YouTube. Now, here's a great example. Good enough works just fine. It doesn't have to be that awesome. In my video, in the upper left-hand corner, this is one of the first videos I ever published. Brand new channel. Hardly any subscribers. The white background is pink because I really didn't understand how to craft the great videos and whatnot. The audio is horrible, and yet it was good enough. And that video today, I think it's close to 90,000 views. Pretty impressive for a poor video. And I'm going to share how I was able to make that happen as we move forward. Furthermore, here are some video channels rather that the video creator really isn't on camera. They do simple voiceovers, PowerPoint presentations, animations, and they're driving amazing results, and you can too. What we're going to cover as we move forward is really how to brand a channel. Branding a channel is critical, just like thumbnails. I'm going to talk about thumbnails and how to really do a bang-up job with your thumbnails. We're going to cover how to jumpstart your channel, and I'm also going to share some strategies I've never really talked about publicly on my channel. I've talked about this in my paid group, but we're going to go into the Piggyback Ritual and a lot more. First off, I want to let you know that search is the easiest path to substantial views on YouTube. And search really leads to good things. Now check this out. This is from last year. You can see in Google, when I search for YouTube algorithm 2017, I rank in the top. My video is number 3. That's pretty good. If you search for YouTube algorithm 2018, you'll see I completely dominate that phrase, and that will continue in 2019 as well. Remember that video I mentioned with the poor audio and the poor video? Well, here you can see that video, it actually ranks number 1. So the video that's actually number 1, notice the little yellow ad. So that's an ad. My video ranks number 1 organically and has done really well. This is what you've got to know about YouTube success, is that it's driven by search. The easiest way to get your foot in the door and start driving views, which helps you to accumulate minutes watched, is by YouTube search. And what happens is over time, those minutes watched begin to add up, and your video gets pushed into suggested videos. Notice the huge spike in views after several months of this video's life on YouTube. It got pushed into suggested video views. And here you can see this particular video has driven 800 views to my video in the last 28 days. So it really starts off when you launch a channel with creating a brand that is easy for viewers to remember. To me, that's what success begins with, by making it easy for people to remember your channel. Evan Carmichael does a great job with that by creating simple channel art that's easy to understand. Believe. What's your one word? And here's a gaming channel, Level Cap Gaming. Notice the same use of colors, the same font. Notice the simple thumbnails. Great channel. And here's another example of simplicity, making it easy for the viewer. Again, the same color palette is used again and again. And these gals that Tone It Up do a fantastic job. And here's my channel art. Stake Your Claim, amplify your message. Very simple, clean, and it's easy to see that my channel is about success on YouTube. That's what you want. You want to make it easy for viewers to understand the value that they can derive from your channel. This is what you want to think about. A target market. A target market is a group of consumers at which a particular product, service, or YouTube channel is aimed. Now, our last example was those gals that Tone It Up. And their target market is women between 30 and 50 who want to get in shape and look sexy. It's clear, it speaks to those people, and that is their target market. This is what Steve Jobs had to say on being memorable. It's a very noisy world, and we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is. So we need to be really clear on what we want them to know about us. And this is what you want to do with your channel. Less is more. Begin the process by targeting one single target market. This is a huge common mistake on YouTube. This one mistake is responsible for such a huge percentage of failed YouTube channels because people want to talk about a lot of things and you don't want to do that. This is what happens. So you're like, I'm going to start a channel. I'm super excited. I think I'm going to start a channel about gaming. I love gaming. And then a few days in, you're like, you know what? I'm also really passionate about marketing. So I think I'll release a video on marketing. And you know what? I love weight loss. You know, I'm passionate about weight loss. So what happens is you're actually talking about three very different things. You've got 99 problems. Subscriber growth drops because people that subscribe for gaming videos, they're not going to be interested in marketing. They're not going to watch. The video retention. Remember earlier in the video, I said you've got to keep people watching your video? Well, let's say the people that subscribe for marketing actually click on a gaming video. They're not going to watch long. That's going to really hurt your video retention, your audience retention, which will hurt your ability to rank in search, which will hurt your ability to show up in suggested videos. This equals poor retention. That's the poor rankings. Poor rankings equal few views. And YouTubers become disappointed and jaded. So while it is a struggle to do one thing, you've got to ask, hey, do I want to create a channel just for me personally? If I'm not really worried about growth, then I can do whatever I want. But if you want to grow, I really suggest you select one particular topic to focus on. You want to have what's called brand congruency, which means everything is in harmony. That's the definition of congruency is things are in harmony. And notice the color palette, the red, the yellow in my icon, the yellow in my text. You want to think about the feeling that you want to convey when someone lands on your channel. You want to think about what is the value that you're pitching. I'm pitching that I'm going to share how not just to share your message on YouTube, but how to amplify that message. And that's my value proposition. You want to think as a viewer, when you're crafting your channel art, when you're creating your YouTube channel, you want to think viewers are going to be asking when they find your channel, hey, what do I get? Like, what's the value in this channel? And you want to know what that is. Being congruent with your cover art, being congruent with your profile picture, use the same colors, the same font, being congruent with your thumbnails. All of these things will help you to create channel art, a brand that really draws people in. And again, the channels that we've covered do such an amazing job at that. They have the same style, font, colors, the same icon, they use the same border. They're using contrasting colors. This is something that's so easy to do, but it's also easy not to do and I'm amazed at how many YouTubers mess it up. Contrast is powerful, and also you want to be different. You want to create something that's unique, and this is the latest iteration. You can see, let's go through this again. So this was my channel, how it looked maybe a year ago, and I'd say about 3 or 4 months ago, I made slight changes, but I stayed within my brand. All I did was change the font, and I made some slight tweaks to how I make my thumbnails, and it's just part of a brand growing and improving over time. When you make thumbnails, statistically speaking, it's a very powerful to include a face. YouTube has gone on record saying that faces often drive more clicks. Less is more. A few words on a thumbnail are powerful because you can make those words really big, and at the end of the day, the thumbnail is very small. Think about rule of thirds. A rule of third is basically that the image is broken up into threes. You can see that I appear in the left third of all my thumbnails in this example. You want to create a profile picture that's easy to recognize, you want to be intriguing, and you want to design small. And always think about the timestamp. Notice in these thumbnails, in the lower right-hand corner, there's the timestamp. Don't have text in that area, it's going to get cut off. That's why I always position myself on the right. Now, this is kind of the thumbnail designing process. When you begin to craft your thumbnail, you're looking at a huge image. You're looking at a screen. The thumbnail or the image that you're working on, most of that image is going to fill up the screen. So it's pretty easy to really see what your thumbnail is about. But make sure that as you move forward and you get ready to use your thumbnail, make sure that it looks good really small. Make sure that it's easy to read the text and to understand, to comprehend what the thumbnail is about. Another thing that I like to do is I'll actually take, so here's a thumbnail representation. I'll take that image and then I'll do a search on my iPad or on the desktop on YouTube, and I'll kind of overlay my thumbnail on a current video result to see what it looks like. Remember, you want to design small. You want to think about how small the thumbnails actually are on YouTube. Now, there are some great resources that you can leverage to craft great thumbnails. Canva.com and Pixlr.com are awesome. If you want to use an app, there are a few apps that you can use. Pixelmator is the one I like, and another app is called WordSwag. Tuber Tools is a great resource where you can get access to thumbnail templates, to other YouTuber graphics, and also if you're not a great graphics designer, hire someone at Fiverr to help you out and come up with a design. So check this out. In a period of 5 to 6 weeks, I was able to increase my views by 439%. And it wasn't like I was going from 10 or 20 views a day. I went from about 300 views a day to over 1,200 views a day in that 5 to 6 week period. And I did that by targeting a single market. So I talked about really focusing on specific things. Well, here's how you do that. You want to begin by thinking what your channel is going to be about. So for my example, for my channel, I cover video marketing, YouTube marketing, how the algorithm works, how to create thumbnails, anything that relates to YouTube. And then I break that down into categories or playlists. And this is so incredibly powerful. Anybody, including you, can do this to grow your channel. So a playlist, you want to think about covering a specific topic very deeply. You want to deeply cover content themes. And then what happens is you're going to create individual videos around that particular theme. And the result is more views. Let me show you exactly what this actually looks like. Now here is exactly me doing what I mentioned. So notice that I created a playlist covering one theme, which is iPhone iMovie tutorials. and I crafted a bunch of videos, about 8 or 9 videos, and the only thing those videos is about is iMovie. And what do you think happens? Well, someone comes in, they watch one video for iMovie, and then they watch another video, and that increases my views, it increases my watch time, and more. And I even had another playlist for editing apps on your iPhone, apps for editing video. So super powerful. So this is how you can get noticed on YouTube. Here's how to stand out, and we're going to pull together some of the concepts and strategies that I shared earlier. So notice that somebody here searches for YouTube keyword research. They might see 1 or 2 of my videos. They click one of the videos, and then as they're watching the video, more of my videos on similar subjects are going to show up again in suggested. And this is how to dramatically increase your views. And this is really one of the keys that I haven't talked a lot about. But if you want to show up in suggested videos, well, this is what YouTube says about that thing. The algorithm prioritizes videos that lead to longer overall watch times or viewing sessions rather than videos that get more clicks. And this was YouTube kind of acting on how clickbait became a real problem. People would create really spammy thumbnails, but viewers would watch for 10 seconds and the video was horrible. So YouTube started prioritizing how long viewers watch. And then this next sentence is super important if you want to show up in suggested videos. If a viewer watches your videos beyond the first click, those videos are likely to be suggested more often. And think of it like this. So someone lands and they click on one of your videos, then they click and watch another video, and then they click a third video. That sends a huge signal to YouTube that, number one, the viewer enjoyed the video so much that they watched multiple videos. Now, there are a few tricks that you can apply to really boost your results with playlist. Number one is just access playlist, like you see in this image. Number two, create a new playlist, name the playlist, and then when you're doing that, notice once you set it up, it's going to allow additional options, as you can see here. And you see the check box that's not checked there, set for official series for this playlist. You want to check that box. It's actually not checked in the image, but make sure to check that first box. Set as official series for this playlist. That will help your video more likely show up in suggested video views. You can absolutely compete on YouTube, even as a small channel. It's more than possible when you apply these strategies and tactics. This is a great example. Here, I've searched for YouTube algorithm, and my video here, and this was about 9 months ago, it was ranking about, what is that, like number 4? And if you look at my views, the video that I published had just over 5,000 views. And all the videos above mine had a lot more views. I was able to rank because I had longer retention. I had longer watch times. And that's pretty cool. So yes, you absolutely can rank in search. You can compete when you focus on these core strategies that I'm sharing and that I share in my videos. This is kind of a powerful strategy. Notice that Daryl Eves is ranking number 1 for YouTube algorithm in this particular example. If we were to click his video, you'd notice that my video is showing up in suggested video views. And what's interesting is that was like, it was like a super lazy, sloppy video, but the message was really great. The content was really strong, and that strong content resulted in a great result. So you can show up in suggested videos. One of the ways you can do that is by publishing a video pretty soon after the video has been published. So in this case, my video was published around the same time as Daryl Eves' video, and it helped me to show up in his suggested videos. Again, the YouTube algorithm prioritizes videos that lead to longer overall watch times. If viewers watch your video beyond the first click, those videos are likely to be suggested more often. Super important, super powerful. So that blue square represents somebody watching your video, and when they click and watch another one of your videos, that is the thing that can help propel your videos and showing up in suggested videos. Here's how to fast track your views. The thing to think about is it's really watch time. New videos with less watch time are easier to show up in suggested videos. So one of the things I kind of saw when this happened was Daryl's video was brand new. It didn't have a lot of watch time. Thus, I was able to rank, and relevancy matters. We're going to talk about that in just a few seconds. And here, the relevancy is in the titles. My title contains YouTube algorithm, and Daryl's title contains YouTube algorithm. And again, beyond the first click, it's important that you publish videos that viewers like. When someone finds your video, your goal is to get them to click on another one of your videos or to really watch for a long period of time. So do this. You want to do relevant channel research. Select 5 channels that are similar to what you want to create. You want to subscribe to those channels. You want to study what those channels do. You want to do your research. You want to think about what it is that you want to create, and furthermore, what it is that an audience will respond to. You want to then go to a channel rather, and you want to sort the videos. So click on videos, and then you'll be on this kind of a page. And what you're going to do is you're going to sort the videos by most popular. This is so powerful. It gives you an opportunity to dive into a channel that's already successful and has been publishing videos for months or years, and then you can see the most successful videos. Why not create similar videos covering similar keywords or topics? Super, super powerful. Now, this is what I call the TubeBuddy ritual. This is how I publish videos that rank, drive views, and so on. Number 1, before filming, I want to identify the keyword phrase I want to rank for. If you're a vlogger and you're like, well, I vlog first, or that's not how I create my videos, or I can't do that because of this or that. This is what I see with a lot of people that are starting on YouTube. They don't identify what they want to rank for before they film, and I really would encourage you to do your best to make that happen, because it gives you a lot of power. Because in step 2, when you know what you want to rank for, you can say those exact keywords in the first 15 seconds of your video. And that helps, because then when YouTube creates a closed caption of your video, the words you want to rank for show up in the closed caption. Next, you want to add the exact keyword you want to rank for in the video title. And you want to create keyword tags based on those exact keyword phrases. That's steps 3 and 4. And then in step 5, you want to create what's called keyword and I spelled it wrong. That's funny. Steaming. It's stemming, which means you want to find related keywords, and I'll walk you through that in just a bit. And remember, watch time really matters. And if you publish a video and it's got good retention and the watch time increases, then you're going to be more likely to be promoted. Here's how the whole process works. This is why it works. Notice that there is a button next to the search term, the search query there. It says filters. If you press that button, notice it says relevance. And that is the YouTube videos are sorted by relevance. And if you notice the search term YouTube algorithm explained, well, that's really what the whole relevance match is about. It's about what people are searching for in the metadata, the title, the tags, the closed captions, These are the ranking factors. Number one is watch time matters, but it's measured on a per impression basis. That's super important. Number two is audience retention. By the way, audience retention is how small channels can become big channels, because it's hard to push a lot of watch time minutes when you first publish, when you have a small channel. However, you can achieve super high audience retention. You don't need to have 10,000 views. You can have really great audience retention metrics with 100 views. So really focus on your audience retention. And then keyword relevance really matters. That is this we spoke about. And the idea is that we want to create a close connection between what somebody searches for and so on. So here's how you do this, step by step. If you do this, if you make videos based on what I'm going to share, the next 7 or 8 steps, and you do that consistently, you will see views. So number one, before filming, identify the keyword phrase you want to rank for. YouTube algorithm explained. Number two, before you vlog, before you capture your footage, understand what it is you're going to create, the video, and say the word. Right? In the first 15 seconds, say the word. And here you can see, I even put text on the screen. I mentioned YouTube algorithm explained. And that video ranked really well. In fact, it was number one. It still might be number one for YouTube algorithm explained. Super powerful. It's not hard. You just need to learn how to do that. Number three, you want to add exact keyword to your video title. Add the exact keyword phrase you want to target to your video title. And here you can see I started out my video title with that exact phrase, YouTube algorithm explained. And that's the relevant. It's closely connected. The video title is closely connected to the search term. In fact, they're the same thing. And then you want to create video tags based on similar or relevant words. So first, add the exact keyword as a video tag, closely connected. That's the relevancy thing again. And notice, there it is, YouTube algorithm explained. And then I've added similar phrases like YouTube algorithm 2017, YouTube algorithm rant, glitch, and so on. And that helps you rank. Next, and this is supposed to say stemming, not steaming, you want to go ahead and you want to create the tags based on the search terms. So here, I search for YouTube algorithm, and all of the words that you see, all the phrases that are being suggested by YouTube, I use those to create my YouTube tags, and that creates a close connection between my metadata and the keyword query, and I rank. Next, begin the video description with the keyword phrase you want to rank for. Now, here's what happens. If you publish the video and viewers really like it and your watch time increases, then after a number of weeks, you may want to modify or add additional keyword phrases to the video title. So here you can see that I added change explained. So YouTube algorithm change explained. I added a few more keyword phrases. Here's what's up. This is a primer on how to get started on YouTube, how to publish videos in a way that will result in growth. If you follow these steps, you'll do great. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a lot of success. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below.